Welcome to our journey through Genesis chapter 20, a story that unveils profound truths about human character, divine intervention, and the grace that intercedes in our moments of faltering faith. In this chapter, we find Abraham, the father of faith, in the land of Gerar. Faced with fear for his own safety, Abraham again claims Sarah to be his sister, a half-truth that leads to potentially grave consequences. The king of Gerar, Abimelek, takes Sarah into his household, setting the stage for divine involvement that challenges our understanding of justice, mercy, and the protective promises of God. As we look closer at the interactions between Abraham, Sarah, and Abimelek, we are prompted to reflect on our own vulnerabilities and the sovereignty of God in the midst of our imperfections. Join us as we uncover the layers of this ancient narrative and its implications for us today. Genesis chapter 20 verse 1 And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. Verse 2 And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelek king of Gerar sent, and took Sarah. Verse 3 But God came to Abimelek in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. Verse 4 But Abimelek had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Verse 5 Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she, even she herself said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. Verse 6 And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Verse 7 Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou, and all that are thine. Verse 8 Therefore Abimelek rose early in the morning, and called all his servants, and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. Verse 9 Then Abimelek called Abraham, and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. Verse 10 And Abimelek said unto Abraham, What esse west thou, that thou hast done this thing? Verse 11 And Abraham said, Because I thought, Surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. Verse 12 And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. Verse 13 And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness which thou shalt show unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. Verse 14 And Abimelek took sheep, and oxen, and menservants, and women's servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. Verse 15 And Abimelek said, Behold, my land is before thee. Dwell where it pleaseth thee. Verse 16 And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes, unto all that are with thee, and with all other. Thus she was reproved. Verse 17 So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelek, and his wife, and his maidservants, and they bare children. Verse 18 For the Lord had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelek, because of Sarah Abraham's wife. In the unfolding of Genesis chapter 20, we witness the complexities of Abraham's character and the uncompromising faithfulness of God. Despite Abraham's fear-induced deception, God's mercy permeates the episode, protecting Sarah and guiding Abimelek to restore her to Abraham. This chapter serves as a candid reminder that even the patriarchs were flawed, relying on God's grace rather than their own righteousness. It also underscores God's sovereignty and His willingness to intervene not just in moments of faith, but also in times of human weakness. As we close this chapter, we're reminded of the timeless message that God's purposes will prevail, and His grace remains sufficient, even when our human nature falters. Thank you for exploring Genesis chapter 20 with us. May we all carry forward the lessons of faith, forgiveness, and divine sovereignty in our daily lives. Like the video, share the video. Stay tuned for chapter 21. Have a blessed day.